Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. And I want to say Shalom to you, Akim and Akwat, out there pursuing this truth diligently. Coming at you once again with another lesson. Alright, and here we are. If you watched yesterday's lesson, it's kind of like a follow-up, not follow-up, right? You know, yesterday's lesson we were dealing with, who do you trust in more, the Lord or man? All right, and it really wasn't even about the dealing with the mark of the beast at all. All right, it was more so dealing with when you're under the weather, or you're going through certain things, who are you more likely to run to? All right, and I also wanted to reiterate on that because I didn't make that point. I don't think I made that point, all right? And it's not the point saying that you never go to those hospitals or places like that, all right? It's not that you don't do those, because you get chopped in half, yeah, of course you're going to pray, but, you're going to have someone sew you back together too, right? So, but if you're getting chopped in half, man, it ain't looking so good for you, all right? It's like that movie, what was that, fucking Walk Hard. I don't know, you look pretty bad. I chopped my brother in half. You got a pretty bad case of being chopped in half. So yeah, there's certain cases where you might have to go to the hospital, but you should pray that you don't want to go to those places, man. All right, you should trust in the Lord more than man, all right? Because the Lord's going to be able to help you more than those hospitals will anyway. All right, because guess what? At the end of the day, it's still the Lord helping you. Say if you did get your leg chopped off, all right, you got to go and get it reattached. And a lot of time they can't. Let's say your finger, they can reattach your finger sometime. Say if you got your finger chopped off, and Lord willing that doesn't happen to any of us, all right? Call all you how about Shemi Shy. Say if your finger got chopped off, the first thing you got to do is you got to pray, all right? You don't know, you might bleed out on the way there, okay? And the Lord might be able, not might, but, depending on the situation with you and the Lord, all right, he might be able to help, not he might be able to help, he might help you, all right? He can help, he might not help you in a certain circumstance if that's something you have to go through, all right? And that's another thing you got to understand, but that's something for another day, because that's a deeper topic that we don't want people getting confused over, all right? So, dealing with pain, okay? He could help the pain subside, all right? If you're going through that through judgment, he might not, all right? So, but guess what? If you don't pray, guess what? You lose the finger, all right? You're going to end up bleeding out on the way there, You still need the Lord, all right? Because guess what? You could go there and then they tell you, sorry, we can't do anything for you, all right? But with the Lord, he'll be able to help you through that because he controls all people. You realize that, right? Even when you go to the hospital, right? You realize that the Lord understands that you didn't trust in him first, but he's controlling those people as well. Hell, he can make those people fucking stab you up wrong, all right? To take your blood or something like that, and they end up missing the vein and having you all punctured as fuck, all right? So you got to trust in the Lord first, all right? But that's just a follow-up I wanted to make, all right? I realized it yesterday, all right, when I was, standing, and I said, what, I was standing around thinking, I was like, what, I didn't really mention that. I don't want people to take it too deep and think they can never go to the hospital. No, you can, but that should be the last on your line, all right? And even before you do that, you need to pray, and if you're going to the hospital, you need to pray that the Lord keeps you safe in those places, man, all right? Those places are terrible. Stay the hell out of them if you can, okay? If you gotta go, hey, you gotta go, but, that's between you and the Lord. So, and like I say, I pray for, all the brothers and sisters, the elect, that we don't, Lord willing, we're of the elect, the hopeful elect, that we stay the fuck out of those places, man. Those places are death traps, okay? So, I mentioned that because yesterday we were talking about really, this follow-up lesson, all right? And, we have some videos to play, all right? Of course, this lesson's called Melk, the digital all, the mark, the C-hip, depending on how it is, I'll try to keep it as milk as possible, all right? Depending, we're just flowing with it, all right? If I feel like it got a little bit too overboard, I'll just take the milk title off of it, all right? But not overboard, but if it got deeper, then I think milk would be able to, be titled as, I'll, just label as the digital, the mark, and the C-hip, all right? Now, I mentioned, we're going to actually go ahead and start off with a scripture, all right, because I've already talked for a little bit longer than I like to, probably about 5 or 6 minutes. I'm trying to get better with that. So let's get Exodus 21. We already got it open. We're going to get 21 all the way down through 6, I believe. Yep. So, and this is kind of not a milk scripture necessarily, but this is something that it's a milk topic to learn. All right. Now, one of the things is that the mark of the beast, all right, the RF to the I to the D chip, all right, is commonly referred to as by the apostles and elders as the digital all. And I just wanted to go down to Exodus and chapter 21 and kind of, read the scriptures there 1-6 to give you the understanding, all right, to impart that knowledge that has been imparted upon us, all right, about why that is that it's called the digital. All right, and let me grab a drink and then we'll get right into it. All right, so we're going to jump right into it. Exodus chapter 21:1 says, "Now these are the judgments which thou shalt set before them. If thou buy an Hebrew servant 6 years..." Now see, these are the commands of how to, the laws essentially. Not necessarily the law, not like the law, like the biblical law, but like the rules for having a Hebrew servant, right? So, and this is really how it should be, all right? So if there was to be a Hebrew servant, it says, "If thou buy an Hebrew servant, 6 years he shall serve, and in the 7th he shall go out free for nothing." All right, so he's going to serve for 6 years, and after that he will go out with nothing. All right, for nothing. I mean, essentially out with nothing as well, but he will go free for nothing. Doesn't have to buy his way out. After 6 years, that's it. In verse 3 it says, "If he came in by himself, he shall go out by himself. If he were married, then his wife shall go out with him." So if he came in solo, he's going out solo. If he came in with his wife, he's going out with his wife. All right, now, stipulation in 4, if his master had given him a wife, and she had borne him sons or daughters, the wife and her children shall be her master's, and he shall go out by himself. Okay? "And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free," then what? "Then his master shall bring him unto the judges. He shall also bring him to the door or unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, and he shall serve him forever." All right, and verse 5 and 6 are really the heavy point here. All right, and verse 5 once again says, "And if thy servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my servant, I will not go out free." All right, then he's going to get his ear bored through with an awl, all right, and he's going to serve his master forever. Now, why do we call the C-HIP, all right, the RFID chip, and we're just going to say it for what it is, because that's what it is, all right, the RFID chip, why do we call it the digital awl? Because essentially it's the digital version of that. All right, when you get that mark planted within your wrist, your forehead, or wherever you get it, it doesn't matter. And so, well, it says it's going to be left hand or forehead. Well, it doesn't matter if you get it in your butt cheek, man. It doesn't matter if you get it in your big toe. Okay, of course that wouldn't be practical. All right, if you're scanning all these things. All right, but it doesn't matter where you got it. All right, your leg, your ear. All right, it doesn't matter, man. If you got it, you got it. All right, but primarily it'll be put in the arm or the forehead. All right, but if you got it, you got it. That's it, okay? That's it. There's no repenting. Once you get it, you're done. It doesn't matter where you got it. The fact of the matter is that you got it, okay? And a lot of these people out here are going to get it, all right? When they start being told they can't do certain things or get certain things, they're going to get it. And Lord willing, we're not one of those people that go and get that. We don't want that shit, all right? And Lord willing, we stay in that same spirit when they start rolling it out. So, yeah, so essentially, that's the same thing with that RFID chip, all right? And the master would be Esau. All right, when Esau offers that thing up, all right, you're basically saying, I love my master, my wife, my children, I will not go out free, and you're gonna get the thing, and then you're gonna be bound to your master, all right? And your master in this case is, no longer the Lord. You've given up the Lord, right? You've given up the Lord for Esau instead. All right, and that's what Esau wants you to do because they have a God complex, all right? They want to be like the Most High, and that's within the scriptures, all right? "I shall ascend to the heights of the clouds, I will be like the Most High." All right, roughly paraphrasing, that's what they actually want to do. All right, they want to be like the Lord. Okay, they want to have control. All right, they want to see where everybody is. They can do that with a little device. They want to know what everyone's doing. They can do that with that little device. All right, they want to see what you're buying and spending and selling and spending your free time doing. They can do that with that little device. All right, if I take $50 cash money that I've been saved, that my grandfather had in a box, I'll say a grandfather, right? Because this is, lost track of the money at this point, right? Here it is, in the 1940s, my grandfather took out $50, right? and put it in a cardboard box. And then I find that, so that money was tracked for, but what happened to it for the last 40 years? They don't know. And then I can take that and go buy something, and they would have no recollection and no record that I bought anything. Okay? I could go take that $50 and go down and, well, video games aren't $50, but, you know, $60, all right? And I could go buy a video game, and no one would ever have any idea that I ever bought that, all right? That or I could buy groceries with it, and nobody would know exactly what I bought. Did I buy, 20 boxes of Oreo? What did I do? They don't know. But with that digital device, they're gonna know. Okay, he bought, he bought, $30 worth of gas. Looks like he bought Starbucks twice. All right. Or look, he bought a bag of peas, some frozen vegetables, box of Oreo. This guy's eating like shit. All right. No, that's what they're gonna be able to see. All right. Oh, and another thing is they're gonna manage carbon intake. All right. Oh, look. He bought 2 pounds of meat. All right, he only has 4 more pounds of meat, that he can buy throughout the month, or however the fuck they're gonna work it. All right, however many pounds or percentage or grams of meat they're gonna allow you. All right, a lot to you, right? So that's part of the God complex. All right, they want to know what you're consuming, when you're consuming, how you're consuming it, and I imagine that will help them. And once that happens, they think their society is gonna go on, but the Lord's not gonna allow it to go on, because once that happens, that's a big prophecy. And right after that, the Lord's coming back to deliver his elect, because it's going to be bad, man. It's going to be really bad during Jacob's trouble. Okay? It's going to be really, really bad. Okay? So they think they're going to continue on, But, they might think that, and I imagine it would work for branding. All right? Because you got to realize, if you're seeing what everybody's intaking and buying, because it's going to be linked to that social credit system. All right? And it's going to be linked to all your money. All right? And all of your health bills and all that stuff. And you're gonna be able to have more fine detail and of what's going on. All right, what type of food is being bought? What type of who knows, man? There's gonna be so much shit. What type of ads are more likely to target you specifically? It's hell, man. It's a hellish nightmare. But that's why we call it the digital all. All right, I believe the Apostle Tahar was the first one that I really coined the term. I could be incorrect, but that's the first one I heard it from, I believe. All right, saying the digital all. All right, and it's the digital. And if you don't know what an all is, all right, well, they spell a little bit differently, but this is an all. All right, you take that, all right, and you see it's being used for wood. All right, you can use it for several different things, right? And they bore his ear through. All right, so right through the ear. All right. And if you don't believe me, well, that says AWL. This one says AOL. Let's see. Where was it? Or AUL. If you don't believe, and just go over here to the Blue Letter Bible, type it in, and go down to the word all. AWL, all, a boring instrument. There you go. So that goes through your ear, and you shall serve that master forever. All right. Now, who knows if it was actually like an earring? More likely an earring, or some type of ring was put in through it. All right. Bore your ear through with an awl. Put it through your ear, and you probably have some type of earring or something, or tag hanging out of it. All right. I imagine it wouldn't just be a regular hole, but who knows? All right, it doesn't necessarily go into that and say, but I would imagine something would be, placed in there, or after some time that usually would heal. Okay, so continuing on. So in case you didn't believe, now you got it. All right, so that's that taking that chip. All right, it's the digital all. And if you look at the RFID, all right, if you look at it, the little device that they use to put it into almost is like an all. See? It's almost like an all. There you go, you see? Bam! Goes right in the skin. Ugh. It makes you want to do that, that fucking sound you make when you get the shivers. Makes you want to do that just looking at it. You're like, ugh. Man, ugh. God damn. Woo! Yeah, but hey, man. A lot of you people are going to be having one of these in you very, very soon. Alright? And not really necessarily these ones, because these ones are big. These ones are like bovine chips. You're going to be having The new ones, all right, smaller than a grain of salt. All right, they're gonna be tiny, man. Look at how tiny this one is. You know, they're gonna get smaller than that. They're still upgrading technology, man. Okay, so there you go, and you know, so that's what the digital all is. All right, I wanted to explain that so you can understand what's the digital all. Okay, so and I gotta head out here soon, unfortunately. We're gonna get as much as we can though. Revelation 13 and 16, of course. The scripture of the mark of the beast, right? We're gonna get those. All right. So Revelation 13, 16 down through 18. It says Revelation 13 and 16. All right, and this is a prophecy, and it's going to happen soon. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay. So small and great, doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, you're on the top, you're on the bottom, it doesn't matter if you're free or in prison, all right, you're gonna receive that mark, all right, or unless you're of the Lord, unless you're of the Lord's people, right? It says to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and there might be some of the Edomites that don't get it, but it doesn't matter, all right, it doesn't matter. Not everyone's gonna take it, all right, a lot of people are gonna cave in and take it, all right. A lot of those Edomites are going to cave in and take it, all right? But there might be some, I'm never doing it, and they're just going to try to shoot their way out or something, go out that way. You know, good old boys as they're called, right? Revelation 13 and 7 says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So that shows you, unless you have that chip, that digital all, that RFID, you're not going to be able to buy, and you're not going to be able to sell. All right, that means you won't be able to buy food, you won't be able to buy water, you won't be able to buy gas, you won't be able to buy clothing, you won't be able to buy this, you won't be able to buy that, you won't be able to buy, you know, all the things you're addicted to, you won't be able to buy that, all right, drugs, all right, you won't be able to buy those things, okay, unless you had the mark, and those people with addictions, they're going to take that mark so they can go and buy their shit, all right, alcohol addiction, all right, you're a drunkard, you're an alcoholic, guess what, you're going to take that mark so you can go down there and buy your alcohol. All right, you're addicted to pot. All right, you're a pothead, and you can't get addicted to weed. Yes, you fucking can. It can become a very intense habit. If you want to say addicted, it's a very intense habit where you have to do it every day. Guess what? You don't get that pot. All right, you can't go to the dispensaries down there. Guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna go get that mark. You're gonna do it. You smoke a cigarette. You're gonna go get that mark, and you're gonna do it. What else is another addiction? What else? I can't think of any other addictions off the top of my head. All right, but if you have an addiction regardless, all right, if you're addicted to Oreos, I don't give a fuck what it is. It doesn't have to be necessarily an addictive substance. If you're addicted to Oreos or Nutter Butters, all right, and you have to have them every single day, guess what? You're gonna get that mark so you can get your Nutter Butters and those Oreos, man. Okay, a lot of people are gonna be persuaded into that mark just for the simple fact that they can't get what they usually get now. Okay, they can't get what they usually get, and it doesn't mean stockpile. I'm a stockpile. You know, Oreos and all this stuff so you can, you know, outrun the chip. All right, you're not gonna outrun the chip, man. You're not gonna outrun the chip. All right, the Lord could have it where you're eating 30 boxes of Oreos now. All right, usually you'd eat one, but now you're eating 30. So now when the chip comes, you don't have enough. Right? The Lord, you can't outplay the Lord. All right, He's the ultimate chessman. All right, He's the ultimate chess player. He already knows your move before you make it. All right, and He has not an equal. He has a better than move to provide for the move that you've made. All right, He's a master chess player. You can't outsmart the Lord. He's the smartest being. All right, okay? That's just how it's going to work. All right, the Lord's going to keep you fed. The Lord's going to keep you hydrated. The Lord's going to keep you clothed. All right, if you're of His people. If you're not, it's done. It's over for you. That's it. All right, that's a wrap. Okay, you can't outbeat the Lord. These Edomites think that, oh, I'm a stockpile ammunition and guns and lanterns and solar panels and fucking, what do they call that shit? Those fucking like air purifying systems and bullets and food and MREs, which is food, you know, there's rations and shit. All right, and they think that they're gonna like crawl under the earth. All right, and I don't know, shoot the nuke away. I don't know what all the guns is for and shit. All right, but you know, I get a couple maybe if you're trying to, you know, in their scenario, maybe a couple guns so you can, you know, shoot people if they're trying to break in or craziness or however it has to work. But you know, 800 guns for what? For what? All right, these people think they're going to save themselves. All right, and a lot of the Israelites think they're going to be able to save themselves too as well. And the simple fact is, at the end of the day, is that if the Lord's not dealing with you, you're done, man. All right, these times that are coming up, if the Lord is not dealing with you, you're already done. You're a dead man walking at this point. All right, a dead man or a dead woman walking at this point. If the Lord's not dealing with you, you're done, man. All right, it doesn't matter what you try to do or what you try to get. It's all leading up to this mark, and if you don't have it, unless you're of the elect, you're not gonna have anything, man. All right, those people that took the mark, they're gonna get stuff for a little bit, and then boom, it's gonna be done. It's gonna even be bad for them. All right, but the elect, they're gonna continue stay eating. They're gonna continue to stay drinking. All right, they're gonna continue to be clothed. All right, as much to get by, at least to get by, right? So, as it says, Revelation 13:7, and no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. You won't be able to walk into Albertsons. You won't be able to walk into Fry's, Kroger's, Smith's, whatever your place calls it. All right, Walmart's. All right, you won't be able to go to the gas station. All right, and get gas. You won't be able to go anywhere, man. You won't be able to go to the local Best Buy, all right? And things are going to be bad in those times, so I don't know why you'd be going to a Best Buy anyway. But, you know, you're not going to be able to go into any of these places unless you have that little mark, all right? Unless you have that little mark. They might even give you 10% off, all right, for the early takers. Early takers of the mark get 10% off at select retail stores. They might, who fucking knows, man, all right? And it's very, very, very interesting that now all of a sudden, you know, for example, here in Vegas, all right, our version of Kroger, all right, our version of Kroger is called Smith's, all right? Never had tap to pay. It always pissed me off because I use tap to pay. Oh, use tap to pay. He's evil. No, everybody fucking use tap to pay. Shut your dumb ass up, all right? Use tap to pay, okay? Or Apple Pay, all right? Just pay on my phone, all right? A lot of places I go, I just do that. And that shows you the implementation for the mark's already there, man, all right? It's just in the phones. All right, does that mean you took the mark of the beast if you got a phone? No, it doesn't. Is it in you? Did you implant the chip in you? No, then you didn't take it, man. All right? So, you know, we have this implementation. It's all around us, man. Those little readers, if you look up tap to pay icon, you know what the little symbol looks like. Yeah, right there. You see that? And you're like, oh, shit. Bling! You know, the phone, you hold it up, you know, double click the side of your phone or hold whatever button you have to hold. Bing! And you're done, man. You're done. It's good. You got your card linked to Apple Pay, and it's all this. It's the foundation is underway, man. All right. But besides the point, Smith's, all right, never had tap to pay, and it always pissed me off because I go to Target and I tap to pay, all right. Because a lot of the two places I shop a lot is a Target and a Smith's, all right. Walmart, I fucking hate going to Walmart. I go there occasionally, but their groceries are shit. All right, and if I'm going to Walmart, it's not for groceries. It's for like electronics or something else that's not food, because their food is fucking garbage. All right, their food is like, it's bad produce. It's the drinks are all garbage. It's like the Walmart's gone to shit in the last 10 years anyway. It used to be better, but boy has it gone to shit. All right, ever since the pandemic really is when it went to shit. All right, it's closed them down. It looks like I don't know. Walmart's just went to hell. But anyway. Smith's never had tap to pay. I go in there last night. All right, gotta pick up some drinks. All right, so yeah, I think I just picked up some drinks. So yeah, some seltzer water, and yeah, that's all. That's actually all I ended up picking. I think I bought myself like a coffee too. But I go in there, and all of a sudden, brand new terminals with tap to pay. I said, that's interesting. All right, and it's not. That alone would not have perplexed me. But like I said, I also got this video that was sent, you know, by you know, I'll just say a relative, all right, someone that would be considered family, all right, that sent me in this video. Of course, they're in the truth as well. And like I said, normally that whole thing with the system being upgraded wouldn't be like anything that stand out. All right, I'd probably think, oh yeah, look there. I mean, I guess it would. I'd be like, oh yeah, they're probably making sure everything has tap to pay, because look, it's gonna go from tap to pay, Apple Pay, to just go over to that little thing. Guess what it reads? It reads RFID as well. All right, so instead of your phone, they're gonna cut that part off. Can't do your phone. It's gonna be your wrist waving over that shit. Okay, let's go ahead and play the video that was sent in. All right. First, I got the picture. All right. Now, this is the photo right here. Now, I'm not. Let me grab a drink because my mouth's getting dry. I'm not familiar with this system necessarily. I've never seen this before. All right, it's by Synergy, which is kind of fucking hilarious. Synergy, Urgy, all right, Sinel. I've never heard of this brand before. Let's go ahead and look it up. Or Synergy. Software, keyboard and mouse. SYN. Synergy. Synergy. Sinel. Here it is. I don't know. Sinel Americas. Here it is, a biometric attendance system. Now, you know these guys are probably going to be getting into the chip for sure. What else do we got? Face recognition, Synergy Touch, Synergy A, Face. You know these guys basically make key locks, biometric key locks. So you know they're going to be probably working on shit that RFID, Mark of the Beast scanners. You just know they are. All right. So anyway, you can read exactly what it is. It's a fingerprint scanner, man. All right. That's where you put your fingerprint. All right. And I don't know if this is a fucking camera there, but I would not be surprised if it is. Okay. It looks like a camera to me. Okay. It very much looks like a camera to me. So, yeah, man, we can go ahead and read about it. It says it's embedded with Linux. Open source OS, operating software, powerful processor, fast matching time, all that stuff, right? It's a fingerprint biometric attendance system. Combines a graph color screen with technologically advanced features for all your time and attendance and applications. Okay? And you see right here on the bottom, this little thing which looks like you could wave a card over it, and for, like an old school card, that could be replaced easily with this part could be locked out here, and then you have to wave your hand over that. All right, and that could read chip. It probably more than likely reads RFID. Well, what do you make you think reads RFID? Well, the chip in your cards, those are RFID. That's why my wallet is an RFID blocking wallet. Now I didn't specifically buy it that way, but a lot of time they make wallets, they're RFID blocking wallets now, because people can come by with an RFID scanner, but you can get on your phone or fucking anywhere, an RF scanner, all right, and pick up your information, or a flipper zero, right, and boom, they got your info right there, okay, and they can, so that's why a lot of time it's RFID blocking. But this shows you, man, this just got installed. I don't remember when she said, maybe like within last week or something, last few weeks, all right, so there you go, man, and so that's getting implemented all of a sudden, just out of nowhere. All right, very interesting. I think she said before they were using the biometric vein scanner, and we've went into a lesson about vein scanner. I spelled vein wrong, but we've went into lessons about biometric vein scanners, palm scanners, right? These things right here. They actually look more like this. Palm vein. We've done lessons about this, all right? Because like I said, I was with my wife at a Savers, all right, a thrift store, all right, and I saw the lady scanning. She just put her wrist over the thing, boop, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And I asked her, I said, what's that? And she's like, oh, it's like a palm scanner. I'm like, oh shit, that's crazy. And as soon as she walked away, I took a picture of that shit, because I knew exactly where I was. Look, scripture, let's get it. This is Ecclesiastes 5:15. It says, be not ignorant of anything in great matter or small. Well, that's not the mark of the beast. Yeah, but don't be ignorant, man. You see where this is fucking going, okay? Palm scanners, fingerprint scanners, eye scanners, and wave your hand. Look, all the basest, and not even eye scanners, the basest of all these things is you put your hand there. You put your hand over this. You put your finger over this. You put your wrist over this. You wave over this. You scan your hand. You scan your hand, man. So, you see, it's all going back to waving your hand over a device, and it allows you access. Don't be ignorant, man, in any matter, great or small. Just because it's not the mark of the beast, it's obviously a fucking precursor. It's obviously a precursor. And like Revelation 13:17, and no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. You don't have that mark, you're not buying it. You're not buying it. All right? And going on to verse 18, it says, Here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Okay, and I don't know how long we've necessarily been going here. About 30 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and... I'm gonna go ahead and read. We're gonna get the Strongs, and then we're gonna have to probably do a part 2. All right, tomorrow, because like I said, I thought this was gonna go a little bit faster, but you know, Strongs. Let's get Strongs. For all we got to do is get Revelation 13 and 16. All right, that's all we got to do. We don't have to type in anything. Just Rev 13, 16. Abbreviate it, and it'll pop right up. All right, let's go to this word mark. Okay, a mark, charagma.
Strong's G 5480. Charagma.
Right.
Charagma.
Charagma. All right, charagma. It's the charagma, man. All right, the charagma, a stamp, an imprinted mark. It's a spiritual mark. No, it's not. It's a physical one that you're getting in your wrist, and you're gonna take it. All right, a stamp, an imprinted mark, an imprinted mark. An imprinted mark, all right, of the mark stamped in the forehead or right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. Yeah, it's Esau, the followers of Esau. All right, he is anti-Hamashiach. All right, but Esau. All right, and I hate when they say the term antichrist. Who's Christ? Anti-Hamashiach. All right. B, the mark branded upon horses. It's because it's a fucking brand. It's like a brand. That doesn't mean they're gonna get out hot searing iron. No, not gonna happen. All right, look at definition 2. Thing carved, sculpture, graven work. It's gonna carve into your skin. If you look up this word charagma, all right, quite a few things will come up. A lot of biblical things. All right, there it is. Boom, right there. Just look up that word and look right there. Mark of the beast, New World Order. All right, there you go. Boom, boom. There you go. All right. What else? Boom. Boom. Alright, there you go. So, boom. RFID chip, RFID chip, RFID chip, RFID chip, RFID chip. Everywhere you go, RFID chip. Boom, look at that, RFID chip. You know? What else we got? You know? And if you go back to the word, I believe it's karax.
Strong's G 5482. Charax. Charax.
Steak. All right, look at that. Look at that. And it says a pale steak or palisade. There you go, man. There you go. And doesn't this look like this? Ready? See him? See it? See it? See it? See it? Nah, you don't believe it. You deny it. You're gonna get that mark. So, there you go. That's the charagma. Charagma. Alright, however he pronounces it. Alright, charagma. I can't pronounce just charagma, man. However I can't pronounce it. Alright. You know, they pronounce it all crazy. Alright, I'll roll a kra. Alright. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you get the word charagma. That's how it is. All right, and it's engraven. It's not a spiritual mark. It's not a thought of mark. No, it's a physical mark that is emblazoned. You know, Lord willing, I'm using that word right. Emblazoned. Let's see. Inscribed, yeah, and inscribed. All right, on. All right, and it's not a depiction. So no, it's a physical engraved mark. All right. And that's what these people are gonna make you take, man. That's what they're gonna make you take. So let's get Isaiah. Let's close out with Isaiah 10 and 1. Alright, it says, Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. All right? So that's what these people are doing, man. They're making unrighteous decrees. unrighteous decrees. And, you know, just as we got, let's get it. How do we want to go about it? We're gonna get it. I don't have much time. I'm gonna have to rush, but I want to get this, all right, because it's a good stopping point. Isaiah 14 and 12. That's not what we wanted. We wanted 12. All right, we're gonna read it. It says, Isaiah 14, verse 12, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer," Esau Edom, the so-called white man, "son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nation? For thou hast said in my heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High." That's what they think. But what? Verse 15, "Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell," destruction, right? Not literal hell, but destruction, the place of future punishment, judgment, right? "To the sides of the pit. They that see thee narrowly shall look narrowly upon thee and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble? That did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, and that opened not the house of his prisoners?" I say, this is him? This is the guy? What this guy really? This was the guy that did it? He looks pathetic. All right. It says all the kings of the nation, even all of them lie in glory, every one in his own house. But thou, Esau Edom, art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with the sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. These people aren't going to be renowned. It's done. They're done. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers. And this goes into reincarnation, okay? You know, this isn't speaking of their little fathers, but, you know, you come back through your father line. So say if there was a guy named Bill, and then he had a kid, and that name's George, and then there's Larry, and then there's Chad, and Jerry, and Todd, and then Bill comes back, all right? Not literal Bill, but his same spirit, because he was regenerated. He was reincarnated, right? He was recarnated, all right? Reincarnated, not recarnated, reincarnated, okay? So that's that same guy. So they're being punished for the iniquity of their fathers. Why? Because you are your fathers, all right? And that's a little bit of a deeper topic for now, all right? So we'll leave that for another time. It says, "Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name, and remnant, and son, and nephew, saith the Lord." Okay? So there you go. And we actually went a little bit further than we needed to, but we wanted to get that, all right? And that's basically going to be our stopping point. We got 4 more scriptures, all right, to get. We'll see how to go about it if we get them tomorrow. Oh, fuck. So if we get them tomorrow, Lord willing, if we have time, get them today. I don't know how we're gonna necessarily do it. We'll just go off the Spirit, however we feel through the Spirit. But that is gonna close it out for the day. All right, we got a lot of the meat. All right, the digital, the mark, the C-HIP, multiple different names for the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. You get it, you're done. You cannot repent. You cannot turn back. You can't say, "Lord, please help me." No, can't do it. Can't. You're done. You get it, you're done. All right, you get it, you're done. All right, we got. We're gonna go ahead and play the video real quick. I forgot, but here we go. Let's go ahead and play the video. See it here if we can just loud. Go back so you can see. I blurred out the name and stuff, but here you go. This is how it works. Ready? You just do that, and bam, there you go. That's it, man. And soon that's gonna be boop, just right your hand, just right over it. Okay, that's gonna be it, man. Okay, forgot to play the video, Salakia, but we got it there in the end. It's a short video. There you go, man. All right, there you go. So hey, tomorrow basically will be like part 2, dealing with not to trust these people. All right, trust in the Lord. And really, we already kind of got You know, we don't really even have to get any of these. Okay? You know, never trust the enemy is better, you know, and we can get you know, we're just gonna close it out now. We're gonna finish it up. Alright, we're gonna get Ecclesiastes 12 and 10, Sirach, right? Alright, I want to finish this lesson up, alright, and just get it in one whole part. Ecclesiastes 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. It's only going to get worse, man. Don't trust the enemy. And the enemy is Esau, Edom, and these heathen nations. Primarily Esau, Edom. Don't trust him. Get the chip, nothing bad's going to happen. Don't trust him, man. Don't trust him, okay? Let's get Psalms 118 and 8. We'll rapid fire these. Psalms 118 and 8. Don't trust your enemy, right? Who should you trust instead? Psalms 118 and 8. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. And I believe we grabbed that yesterday. All right? And if you're trusting in man, you're going to go and get that mark. All right? If you're trusting in the Lord truly and the Lord's dealing with you, you won't get that mark. But if you're trusting in man, you're going to get that mark. And you're going to burn. All right? As Geno Jennings says. So Ecclesiastes 2 and 10. You're not gonna burn in hell, but you're gonna burn in some nuclear missile fire. You gonna burn. Ecclesiastes 2 and 10. Look at the generations of old. So you're gonna trust in the Lord now, right? Ecclesiastes 2 and 10. Look at the generations of old and see. Did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was not and was forsaken? Let me start over. Look at the generations of old and see. Did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that are called upon him? Again, we touched on that yesterday. All right? The Lord's not going to, if you truly trust in the Lord, he's not going to forsake you. All right? What does that word forsake mean? What does it mean to forsake? All right? Forsake.
Forsake. To
abandon, desert, leave behind, reject, turn one's back on. The Lord's not going to turn his back on you if you're truly abiding in his, if you're, you know, trusting the Lord, you know, following after the Lord and doing the best of your ability. He's not going to forsake you, man. Okay? And you got to trust in the Lord. Isaiah 65 and 13, then we're going to be closing out. And I just wanted to be able to, you know, be a little bit late, but I wanted to be able to just get it all in one, because I don't want to, you know, miss the point when you're going through half a lesson. It doesn't have the power of all the other scriptures that were lined up behind it. And, you know, and plus tomorrow I have other topics planned, and I really wanted to get this all, I had it planned to be gotten out in one lesson. So, you know, we're doing it, you know, call all Yahweh Shem Yahushai, I can get there in time. Isaiah 65 and 13 says, Therefore thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Alright, in verse 14, Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. Okay? So, hey, you in the end days, guess what? If you trust in the Lord's going to have your back. He's not going to forsake you, but you people, man, going to get that mark or whatever you're doing. Yeah, man. You're going to cry for sorrow of heart, shall howl for vexation of spirit. You're going to be hungry and thirsty. Hey, it's not going to be good, man. So with that, we are going to close out. All right, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. You know, Salakia, brothers and sisters, for being on a crunch on time, unfortunately. Salakia. So, hey, with that, we're going to close out. Lord willing, the lesson was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. I want to say shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. Keep enduring, keep the faith. We're almost out of here. Until the next one, Lord willing, shalom.